So in working with restaurant equipment distributors, this is what we have found is the all-encompassing and very diverse aspects of their operations. Sales, a variety of channels of sales, whether it be customers calling in on the phone, taking fax orders or EDI, to then organizations who are doing business online, either B2B with ongoing customers, existing customers, or even B2C through credit card transactions. A lot of clients will have showrooms or even full point of sale stores for equipment in addition to large equipment, but spatulas and all of those things that can be cash and carried. Project management is an important component to a lot of our clients in the restaurant equipment distribution vertical, where a kitchen or a restaurant or a chain of restaurants then become an area that needs to be managed holistically. That means the design and engineering of that particular kitchen or environment, in addition to the products that will then be purchased, shipped, and delivered. That engineering time, that design time, going on site, this is all time and cost to the organization. Wholesale distribution, warehouse management, of course, essential and a foundation of all of our clients. A lot of our clients will do refurbishment or might even assemble some of the equipment that they deliver as an end product. 95% of our clients in this industry work immediately and directly through auto quotes. And so we have partnered with auto quotes. And then, of course, not to forget the finance folks, all of the operational transactions from sales to fulfillment to delivery, all of that has to then come together to then be providing information to the finance department to then provide information up to the executive level for decision making. So business intelligence, demand planning, vendor rebate management, all requirements that our clients in this industry come to us. Now, some of the challenges today that we have experienced with our clients as they come to us without a technology solution are running either on multiple legacy or disparate systems. This means there's a lot of manual and paper-intensive activities to support those disparate systems that do not talk to each other. A lot of clients have taken the initiative to develop their own custom applications to augment and bring together the multiple systems that are covering sales to warehouse to distribution to even customer service and support after the sale. These custom applications, while configured specifically to that one organization's needs, are limited in flexibility and scalability. As the organization grows, tapping the limits of whatever custom application was built, now comes the cost of re-engineering, redesigning, or even adding on to the existing custom applications as the organization grows. Over time, these custom applications stacking on top of each other become a spaghetti mess. The departments, as communicated, are silos of information, banded together by what we call tribal knowledge. Each department handles its area of the business, has their own systems, their own spreadsheets to address and take care of their roles and responsibilities. This creates a limitation in collaboration. The collaboration then becomes the Monday morning huddle, as it's sometimes called, where all the department heads come together at the beginning of the week, take a look at what orders are in the queue, what forecasted orders are coming together to then plan resources and plan resources together in a room, on paper usually, and then everybody runs out to go take care of their tasks for the week. It's a limited visibility to not only the day by day within the week, but then looking out weeks and months ahead. The current environment without a system to handle all of the aspects of the operations limits visibility to where are these projects, where are these orders, where are the products coming in for these projects and orders. The collaboration then becomes emails, phone calls, face-to-face meetings, more huddles. An emergency order comes in. How is that going to affect the rest of what we had planned for this week? All of this is handled manually and reactively. This then puts a burden on finance, those who have to then take on the administrative efforts of pulling together all of the information regarding an order or a project that might have multiple orders, pulling that all together to then create information for the decision makers on not only where things are on a daily basis, but then also after the fact when the job has been completed, how did we make money on this job? This, of course, is an environment that is difficult to grow in without adding headcount. The more the business grows or expands in its market, the more this administrative effort becomes, and the more the tribal knowledge then becomes more critical. And unfortunately, that tribal knowledge is usually in one or two individuals' heads. So that's the end of the doom and gloom of the environment. Let's talk now to the horizon, and that there is a silver lining to this cloud. At the end of the day, it all comes down to managing supply and demand. Organizations are dealing with multiple channels of demand, whether it's web store, mobile, sales reps, call center, to then facilitate and provide for that demand, supply chains, multiple supply chains, be it manufacturers, whether you manufacture on your own or outsource your manufacturing, to multiple suppliers, distributors, 3PLs. Having one solution that can pull all of the aspects of the demand and then drive and pull the supply to meet that demand, and then manage all the resources in the middle effectively and efficiently, is what drives profitability and success for these organizations. Having an application that provides a platform, first and foremost, that not only provides all the application capabilities to facilitate all of the operations, but also the infrastructure to then support that application. This is all part of one platform. Historically, you bought an ERP application, you then went to a hardware vendor to then buy the hardware that was needed, you put it in the house, install the applications, you're then required to maintain that hardware and infrastructure or pay somebody else to maintain that infrastructure, otherwise the ERP doesn't work. We're talking here in a solution that is one platform for all. It obviously provides all of the commerce capability for multi-chain of orders and order processing and sales, be it e-commerce, B2B, point of sale, order management. It also is global capable. Regardless of the political environment, I still believe we are still in a global economy and a global market. And so to be able to not only procure from global sources and sell to global customers, this is a solution that can handle all of those facets. And of course, the ERP application, Enterprise Resource Planning as it's sometimes called, is all of the aspects from the processes of standard everyday operations, order to cash, procure to pay, financial, warehouse management, and so on and so forth. This is the end-all be-all of managing supply and demand, and we have a solution that delivers on all of this. So let's now start by focusing on some of the vertical requirements, and that is where most of our clients start, and that is in auto quotes. Auto quotes is the go-to source for product manufacturers, pricing. It is the catalog that everybody starts in, and we'll do quotes and projects that start in auto quotes. What auto quotes doesn't provide is obviously the ERP capabilities, the finance, the fulfillment, and all of those resources that today with most clients are separate systems, as we've talked about. So we have generated and built an integration and a partnership between the ERP solution that we have chosen to facilitate the back-end operations, which is NetSuite. NetSuite is owned by Oracle, and NetSuite has now become not only the up-and-comer in terms of a cloud-based full-service ERP offering, it is now pushing up against the enterprise competitors, and it is a very strong, well-founded, and now financially well-supported ERP application. We've now developed an integration that will take all of the critical data points that start in auto quotes that need to then be pushed into NetSuite as one integrated solution, from quote, order, pricing, catalog information to obviously the fulfillment and delivering to your customers. So let's now move to order entry. Customers obviously will be coming to you from a variety of channels. The auto quotes orders come into the order entry within NetSuite. All of the detail and the information to then complete fulfillment, procurement, procurement to fulfillment, and then obviously warehouse management, and then moving on to delivery and supply. So this is an example of a sales order entry screen. This is how the information will come in from AutoQuotes. It's also the order entry screen that your customer service representatives, a lot of clients who have phone-in orders or fax orders that will sell directly from their inventory that may not go through AutoQuotes. This is where they will then be able to place those orders with customers over the phone or enter in through fax orders. Customer information, item information, just shown as an example. I want to stop here and talk about the layout of this particular screen. This is standard out-of-the-box stuff. It is completely configurable to whatever specific order entry requirements. So everything that you see on here can look very different and be configured to each client's very specific order needs. From that order entry screen, I'm a click away from if I'm on the phone with a customer and I want to get some background on that customer, take a look at their order history. I'm one click away from seeing a 360-degree view of this customer, their demographics, their order history. Also able to look directly into an inventory item and see a picture of the item, information, as well as inventory status. One click away from the original screen, I'm into the inventory detail to be able to provide either information to the customer if they have questions about particular items. This can house not only the product description, information, price, cost, which we don't want to share with our customers, but also demographical information, literature information. We can put your customer service representatives one click away from all the information to facilitate efficiently the order process and enhance the customer buying experience. We can also then look at inventory items and status of availability. We can see from one click away location of inventory, its availability, whether it is available for sale, maybe it is already tagged to another sales order, but also we can see whether or not it is on back order. And what is the purchase order that will soon be coming in to then know when that purchase order will be delivered so we can then promise to our customer with real-time and effective information to set expectations properly. All of these additional screens are one click away. In addition to standard and traditional order entry or quotes that are coming in from AutoQuotes, clients may need business to consumer or business to business sales requirements for online or their own websites. All of the information that is provided to whatever that customer is, whether it's an existing customer in a B2B or a B2C environment, all of this information is coming directly from one source, and that is NetSuite. NetSuite's inventory then becomes the basis of what you can present to your customers. Obviously, security and authentication from your customers, whether it's a B2B or B2C, is all controlled within NetSuite and the integration out to their customer website. It also has the capability to allow clients sell through Amazon or eBay. Again, all of the information that is presented either on a customer's website or Amazon or eBay is driven by one place, and that is the NetSuite backend. Customers who have showrooms or complete stores with point of sale requirements for cash and carry of items and have a full store POS environment. We have the capability of satisfying that as well. Customers that we've found that come into stores or showrooms will purchase in a variety of different delivery manners. Some will come in and do a traditional cash and carry. I'm going to grab a couple of spatulas. I need a new French fry basket. Pick those off the shelf, take it to the counter, pay for it, credit card, cash, and walk out the store with it. Some will come in, do those cash and carry things, but also maybe want to purchase a larger item, a refrigerator, that can't be carried out the store, but will then need to be picked up at the shipping location. From the point of sale system, we can notify the warehouse that there's a customer in the showroom. They want to pick up this refrigerator. They want to put it on their truck, stage it at the shipping area. They're pulling around back. In addition to that, the customer can also then have that product shipped directly to their location. So all of this is happening from the point of sale, but also facilitating multiple modes of fulfillment or delivery. So now to take a look holistically at the whole wholesale distribution cycle, regardless of where the sales are coming from. We've talked about the e-commerce and we've talked about sales orders coming either from auto quotes or phone orders. But what drives that business? Our solution also has complete marketing capabilities built within the system to drive marketing campaigns to drive more sales. Campaigns such as email blasts or trade shows, very popular in the industry. You go to a trade show, there's costs associated with that trade show. There is booth rental, there is shipping of the booth, materials that are requisitioned, even time of the employees who spend working the booth at the trade show. These are all costs associated with this particular campaign and can all then be captured. So then when the results of that campaign or that trade show come in, either through leads, opportunities, and then sales, you have one place to look at what did this campaign actually drive in revenue. Is it a worthy campaign? Moving forward through, we look at orders and sourcing, procurement, also tied directly, one system, one solution, the warehouse management capabilities, and then of course after the fact sales, the customer service, ensuring that what the customer was sold is a satisfactory sale, and so when they need assistance, having a system where your customer service representatives can not only take that call, but also then go immediately into, as I clicked on the screens before, from customer service. They can get into the customer information, look at the order, look at the product that is being called in on, provide either information or issue resolution. This also includes tracking all of the warranty information on that product. If you are an organization that will provide field service, we have that capability as well, versus going back to the manufacturer if it's a warranty issue, a ship and or a take in an RMA, replace, send back to the manufacturer with warranty, all of that RMA processing as well. So all of these processes that I've just talked about today with the segregated systems that most of our clients come to us with today are again facilitated by a lot of hard work, manual effort, paper traffic, and tribal knowledge. What our solution brings by pulling all of this together into one system is one central version of the truth, where all aspects of a customer experience and order fulfillment are in one place and tied together. On top of that, we then add a very powerful workflow engine. Think of this workflow engine then becoming the rule maker of these processes, taking the tribal knowledge that is in the heads of individuals and transforming them into the rules that govern all of these processes and all of the tasks associated with these processes. In addition to then making rules about how things need to happen with best practices in mind, it also then provides monitoring capability to watch a sales order, to watch a purchase order, to watch a project when it comes to delivery dates, expectations of product availability. When things start to go beyond those tolerances or dates of delivery, the system is watching and monitoring, and through workflow will then notify individuals who need to then take action to remedy a situation when things get out of plan. The goal of a solution, the goal of a system is to monitor and watch and notify. This then alleviates individuals from coming in on the morning and having to go look and see, well, what's going wrong? What do I need to address? What fires need to be put out? The information is going to come to them versus those individuals having to go look for what the problems are. So automating not only the rules and the processes, but then automating the notifications when things get out of plan through workflow, this is what then drives the positive business impact, making those individuals more valuable to the organization because now they're doing productive efforts versus monitoring efforts. This then drives the impact and the positive results and efficiencies and effective delivery for each of these individuals throughout the organization. Project management. I mentioned a lot of our clients look at kitchens or series of restaurants as projects. Managing all of that time and effort, which is cost to the organization from the design and engineering to the actual facilitation of the roles and responsibilities to execute on what it's going to take to design, engineer, and deliver the final product to customers is all captured within the system. Today, all of this is spreadsheets and outside schedules and who's doing what, including expenses that may be associated with who has to go out on site, do the survey to then get from the customer exactly what it is we're looking for. Capturing all of that information is important to our clients to then be able to, again, see what the true profitability of this particular job was, in addition to the cost of the equipment that will be procured and installed. Today, all of this is either a separate project accounting system, Microsoft Projects, for example, but it's not tied to their core general ledger and accounting system. So now there's a manual manual effort or a custom integration to then move that into their general ledger package. So all of the after the fact aspects of revenue recognition, billing and invoicing, the reconciliation of all the costs and revenue for that particular project, and of course the financial reporting currently are all manual processes. But with one system that brings all of the project management tying directly into general ledger, billing and invoices is a recommendation. Revenue recognition is automatic based on the rules or contracts that our clients have with their customers. Reconciliation is really just a report to say how did we do. And then of course financial reporting is real-time and accurate. Warehouse management. Everything from shipping to receiving can be completely automated within our solution. Today it's a lot of paper. It's a lot of manual efforts, it's a lot of tribal knowledge, it's a lot of running from the sales desk into the warehouse to see, do we have the inventory? We have a complete warehouse management solution embedded in our complete restaurant equipment distribution solution. From receiving, whether it's stock items that need to be staged or located in a particular logical place in the warehouse, whether it is close to the shipping, the front end, the staging bins versus the replenishment bins that are in the back, to also receiving to a project. Multiple pieces of equipment are going to be purchased to a project. They're all going to come in at different times. They need to be staged in a location where the warehouse personnel will then know where to go get it when that project is ready to be shipped in entirety. Inventory control. All aspects of physical inventory counts, inquiry into where things are at. Again, the picking and counting, the logical movement of inventory when the front staging bins are getting low, notifying the warehouse to move from the replenishment bins into the primary location for shipping. Fulfillment, whether it's a straight one order pick, where is this item, where is it located, to multiple order picking, wave picking for example, all logical picking methods. Manufacturing. Some of our clients will either manufacture some of their own tables or cabinets in addition to purchasing refrigerators or slicers and dicers, or refurbishment. We have clients that will acquire used equipment, break it down, look for what needs to be replaced, order replacement components, reassemble, clean, refurbish. All of that aspect, whether it's a brand new manufactured item or a refurbished item, this is all obviously costs that need to be taken into consideration when then pricing the end product for resale as used. We talked about the retail aspects of the solution, but then into shipping. Complete shipping automation through the pick, pack, and ship process, shipping confirmation, packaging station, and even rate shopping. Whether you're using your own fleet of trucks and the scheduling of those trucks, to the maximizing of that load and route management, to going out to third-party shipping companies, and even doing the rate shopping. All of this is standard capability in the warehouse management area of the system. It is also 100% mobile capable. So everything that I've talked about could be facilitated through screens throughout the warehouse or even wedge scanners, for example, at different locations, but it is completely mobile capable and very device agnostic. You're looking at an example of a Motorola device. Because this is a web application, it really is device agnostic. If it has a scanner, you can then use it to then do and reduce the manual data entry and also see real-time information in your hand. So I've walked around now several of the transactional aspects and capabilities of the system. The end result, obviously, is to be able to take that transactional information, monitor that transactional information, and turn that transactional transactional data, I should say, into usable decision-making information. Whether it's where are we on this sales order, and are we on plan, or do we need to take action to get back on plan, versus more holistic views of that transactional data in information. This is business intelligence, and it is out-of-the-box capability of our solution. What you're looking at here is a simple dashboard, and a dashboard is a user interface to the information, or even taking action or processing transactions. Each of these areas are specific areas of information. And this screen, again, like I talked about at the sales order screen, is completely configurable. It is all based on each user role and security. Everything that I'm showing you is security enabled and security restricted based on the roles that that particular individual needs. So here I have some reminders. Here's the workflow at action. It is showing me I am obviously a purchase order approver, and there are 10 purchase orders that need approval. And from one click, I am into that screen to then review and approve those purchase orders. I have some key performance indicators. Here are some income numbers, sales, profit. I have some visual representation of weekly sales. There are a variety of different presentations of information, whether it is a Excel spreadsheet list look or a visual chart look, but then there is also some critical aspects that we want to put in front of the end user in big, bold, colored buttons. These are things that need to be addressed. So rather than having to come in the morning and go look for what needs to be addressed today, we can put that right in front of the end user so they're efficient and immediately aware of what needs to be done. Another example here, this is a controller. This is an accounts receivable screen. Again, different reminders based on the role of what they need to address today. Another example of a visual key performance indicator is the popular speedometer look. Are we in the green, in the yellow, or in the red? And of course, other aspects of what is important to them. One critical component of our restaurant equipment distribution customers is rebate management, tracking supplier rebates. Not only tracking what you're entitled to based on the year's purchase, but we have some clients that will base their business plan on what type of rebate they will get from different manufacturers for different products. So rebate management is a critical, but unfortunately today, a very manual process. Currently it requires, at a period in time, a reporting into purchasing, a custom report or Excel spreadsheet that has to either be rerun or even sometimes regenerated depending on the system that they have in place. We have a rebate management solution as a part of our restaurant equipment distribution solution. It allows you to set up rebate agreements with your suppliers based on supplier and even product. Now the system, again, through workflow, is monitoring and watching based on the rules or the agreed contract of that rebate solution. It also will monitor and watch for and even notify when you're getting close to thresholds. So that if you have a purchase order out there for 5 refrigerators, but if you purchase 10, even though you don't need 10, it puts you over that threshold to get your rebate. It is a powerful information provider, but also watcher to then go to the claim generation process. So a complete rebate management solution included in the restaurant equipment distribution solution. So I've walked around the key areas that really drive a solution for our restaurant equipment distribution customers.